give you a moral lecture here, but I would share some things which one has imbibed over the last few years. And I would like to touch on 5 issues which are there. Firstly, having served my entire youth, my entire service in the age, right till the age of 60 in the profession of arms in the army, I would touch upon the profession of arms. Today, the profession of arms is not a very preferred option. If you ask the youngsters, there are very few who want to join. Though there are some who want to join, but there are comparatively few. Once upon a time, I would say 30 years ago or maybe earlier, a lot of people wanted to join. And they aspired, they went for the NDA exam, they went for the CDS exam, they went for the other exams and wanted to join. While in the rural areas, people still want to join the army, but it is not so from the urban areas. But what is important to understand about the profession of arms is the uniqueness of the profession, which you need to imbibe actually. And it stands out exceptionally differently from the rest. You would have read in the newspapers, you would have seen probably some clippings, you would have seen some serials, you would have seen some movies. So it is actually stands out, I would say. Now, why is it standing out? That is what is important to understand. I would say, firstly, the people who are there, the officers who are there in this service are actually leaders of men. While in companies there are managers, they are also known as leaders, they are also leaders, but the actual leaders, when you talk about leadership, they are the actual leaders. Why? Why are they leaders? Because they are actually entrusted with the lives of those men. If I am commanding 100 men, I have been empowered to be entrusted with the lives of those men. I can take them anywhere and they'll follow me, provided you proved your worth. Nowhere else it happens like that. Whether it's in the paramilitary forces or it's in the police forces or it's in the corporate, nowhere a manager or a leader or the CEO or the CEO is entrusted with the lives of those people who are working under him. Well, here it is so. And how it happens is, when you tell a chap that we need to go and attack that feature, we need to go and capture that feature, which is a mountain which he can see about a kilometer away, he knows fully well. Those 800 people in a battalion, there are about 800 to 1,000 people in a battalion. Some of them know that when we are going up there, some of us won't come back. But still, they're willing to go. And they're willing to go because he's having trust in you to say that you are the guy who will bring him back. So that is actually defining what actual leadership is in those situations which are very difficult to fathom actually.